Let's see that warm up. What do you say? What do you say, Twitch? Is it working? Is it working there, little buddy? Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. Well, stayed an hour back at work. Had a little snack. Let's get in, though. We're back with another episode of Jerimar Ulfricsson. Jerimar has recently contracted corpus, draining our intelligence, draining our willpower, our personality, and our speed. And we are going to gradually get corpus, I believe, pips as well. But yeah, Caius here has told us today to go to Tell Fear and speak with one Devaith Fear. That's probably going to be the thing to do, indeed. We do have a fair amount of gear on us that I'd like to sell, so it might be a good idea to get that resolved first. Right Gauntlet, Imperial Steel Right Gauntlet. Oh, of course. We also picked up last episode the Fists of Randergulf. I was having I kind of skipped past these. I didn't realize I didn't realize in particular how good they are, but it kind of struck me again afterwards. I was looking at them. 162 armor class. It's absolutely absurd. And Ebony is 108. So these are higher armor class than Ebony. Between these two and our Ebony at this stage, we have a 20% chance to mitigate a lot of damage with these high armor class items. And at this stage, the ones that we want to get up are things like the helms, and well, in particular this Imperial Steel Left Pauldron. So I'll keep an eye out, see if we can. To get to Devaith Fear, it is a bit of a hike. Unfortunately, we are going to have to head, I think, through the Mages Guild. To get to Sadrith Mora, and then we can go from Sadrith Mora on from there. Just thinking if there's anything else for us to do. I suppose it is probably worth taking Corpus fairly seriously. When you have Corpus in the game, each day your Corpus will progress, and you will actually end up accruing a good amount of strength pips from Corpus day by day. And then once it's resolved, all the negatives go away. But by the same token, it is probably worth trying to get it resolved. So let's drop in with Wayne, who we have a good relationship with, and do a little bit of shopping. We can sell some staves. We can sell some items that we're finished with here. Now let's see as well. Can he sell us maybe a shoulder? No, they're not upgrades. We've already got the best thing he can kind of sell us. Are we a high disposition with him? Let's bump up his disposition a little bit more. There we go. Beautiful. Sell you. I don't need the Boots of Blinding Speed. It's just worth knowing where they are, I think. I reckon we can get away with the seller's max and that. Yes, thank you. So another 20k in the bank. Are we carrying anything that I might like to get rid of? We have a little bit of yeah, they all hate us. We're sick and we're low personality, so they're all gonna bloody hate us. Let's maybe use our Amulet of Rest here. Just gonna try and remember to keep myself topped up with fatigue. With our increasing endurance level, the way fatigue works in game is that your fatigue comes back in proportion to your endurance. So it's actually quite good to have like higher endurance levels. Although I think it needs to be extremely high to not take a stamina loss due to fatigue, or stamina loss from running rather. Yeah, but we'll just buff that up, and now I can use these repair prongs. They're already done. We're already full. Okay, well, Massalini, please send us to then Sadrith Mora. So here in Sadrith Mora, we're going to try and go to Tell Fear. We can maybe ask about Tell Fear as well. She doesn't want to talk about it. Can you talk about Tell Fear? Have you heard about the Gateway haunting? A ghost is haunting the South Turret Bedchamber. Someone drives that, it comes straight back. Oh, that's a shame to hear. I think a Telvanni character probably spends a good amount of time here in Sadrith Mora. They've got some.
I don't wish to catch whatever you have.
they've got some very interesting quests for low-level players. However, we're well past that point. I think in last episode we got maybe 20 levels really quickly, especially by training up our agility. I ended up training up marksman as well, and we collected a lot of levels from that. We did get directions on how to reach Telfir. Devathir, an ancient Telvanni wizard who runs a corpusarium for victims of the disease. Go to Telfir and persuade Devathir to cure my corpus, indeed. So Kaius gave us some directions to Telfir as well. Although we might have to continue asking around a little bit now that we're in Telvanni territory. I think this is the first time I'm leaving Sadrith Mora Mage's Guild to come over here. A lot of Outlanders end up here at the club. We can ask around the club. I'm looking to ask about Telfir. No, nothing there for Telfir. How about you, buddy? Telfir? Kartag Point. Glorious Kartag Point, very famous for orcs. Great hero Kartags fought some battles there and someone died there. Very famous. An orc over at the Gateway Inn in Sadrith Mora by the names of Gloronk was bragging about her boss giving her a sanguine belt. Go ahead. Sanguine. Sanguine the web spinner. And her many threads. They are cool items, and I would like to follow that quest line. I think I very much would like to follow that quest line once we get our corpus resolved. We might go talk to the botsmen out here and we'll ask them if they have a route to Telfir. I believe that no one is going to take the boat there. And what they're instead going to do is they're going to make us walk. It's kind of over there. That's it. You can kind of see it over there in the distance. So it's not too bad, all things considered, especially with our water walking and our solid movement speed. But let's just ask Gals. Gals, can you please take us to Telfir? Sadrith Mora, Ebonheart, Telbranora, Telmora, or Dagon Fell? Oh, that's a shame. Okay. Well, look, I can see it in the distance, and we're not afraid of a little adventuring. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, old buddy, old pal here, our character is very high athletic skills. 60 athletics, 28 acrobatics, unfortunately, so they're maybe not too good with their actual leg strength. Water walking here, we've got a pretty decent chance to cast water walking as well, just from our luck and from our willpower. That's 14 points here, and that's an extra 10 points there. So even though our alteration is very low, we've got good odds to cast, and there you go, got that in one. So let's maybe just try and stick to the water as best we can. And we'll keep water walking up where we can as well. Telfir is not particularly far. I believe we are going to have to do a bit of a run around for Devathir for the actual for the cure to Corpus, or as it were. He doesn't actually have a cure so much as he has a potion that he thinks might be a cure, but he also thinks it's probably highly likely to kill us. So, you know, make of that what you will. I suppose that's also why he insists that we should go and investigate the Corpusarium to understand what Corpus is like for those people down there, because yeah, he wants to convince us quite strongly that we should take the potion, but of course, you know, from our character's perspective, it's a very high likelihood to kill us, and we have no idea if we're going to survive or not. So that is given to us as an in-character reason why we're going to drink the potion, which can very likely kill us. Someone left a little plant here. That's cute.
Whatever you're looking for, I'm sure
Betty
I don't know how to
Fear.
find it.
Have you come to Plenty? You've got Corpus disease. Everyone who gets Corpus disease comes to the Corpusarium. It's not very pleasant, but at least they're all fed and cared for. Yeah, we've come to see Devathir about it. He's up above in his study, I hope you can fly. You can't get up there unless you can fly or have potions. Sorry. Alright, well we do have potions. Let's head on up. Here we are. The Hall of Telfir. And it'll be just up, yeah, just up here. Now, Dvaithfir has a lot of very interesting stuff around if we might like to plunder it. It's all, of course, completely unprotected as well, which is always interesting to note. That said, standard rising force potion. Let's grab this one. Here we go. Beautiful. Yeah, I believe the Saviour's Hide is in that there cabinet as well. Here we are, Dvaithfir. He's got some cool books as well, if I recall. The Firmament, the Book of the Daedra, Arcana Restored, Children of the Sky. The Monomyth. Yeah, here you go. The Monomyth here is an excellent read if you ever want to have a squiz at it. The Vagaries of Magicka. The Promise Posting of the Hunt. So he does have these books about the Hunter Daedra. What's his name? Hosinde? Legendary Scourge. Starlover's Lodge. He also has the Scourge Mace, actually, which is, I believe it's just in this chest over here. Which is a very, very strong mace that can summon Daedra. Talmarog Curse Researchers. Harvest Sand, 3rd Era 172. Chimere, Master Sorcerer, Summoner, and Dureni Retainer. Alright, maybe another time. Here's 637th key. Dvaithfir, we've brought you a gift. How thoughtful and shrewd. I suppose you know I'm a collector, and that such a gift is bound to please me. I congratulate you on your diplomatic skills. So why have you tried to bother me up? Come to consult the great Dvaithfir? Do you have the divine disease? Do you want to plunder the dungeon or leer at my daughters? When you've lived for thousands of years, you need a hobby, something you love, something that sparks your interest. I collect treasures and I invite thieves to steal them. I'm a collector and a sportsman. I collect enchanted items and ancient artifacts and have quite a few Dwemer pieces. As a sportsman, I love letting thieves try to steal my well-guarded treasures. Only a few rules. 1. Don't hurt the inmates. 2. Don't hurt my daughters. And 3. My warden and guards can... Oh no! My warden and guards can look out for themselves. Oh no! Well, let's talk about the divine disease. The magical principles of corpus disease are elusive and miraculous, far more subtle and powerful than any conventional sorcery or enchantment. I'm persuaded that it is in some manner the curse or blessing of a god, perhaps both a curse and a blessing. The victim, of course, cannot appreciate the marvellous nature of corpus. It saps the mind and destroys the body. But to a wizard it is a profound and glorious mystery, a riddle worth a long lifetime of study. Well, indeed, we have it. How interesting. Did you know that corpus makes you immune to disease? Have you ever heard of the prophecies of the Nerevarine? Ashlanders say the Nerevarine will be immune to disease. I've always thought, well, maybe I have the Nerevarine down in my corpusarium and I don't even know it. The Nerevarine is a fat, disgusting corpus monster and mad as a marsh rat. Wouldn't that be funny? Well, I do fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies. That's a fascinating story you tell. So you might be the Nerevarine. It means nothing, of course. Corpus victims have all sorts of delusions. But let me think. I have got a potion. In theory, it should cure corpus. Doesn't work though. Probably will kill you. Killed all my test subjects, but you've got nothing to lose. Before I give it to you, I want you to look around below in the corpusarium. You know what's in store if you don't take the potion, and while you're there, I want you to pick up a pair of boots from a victim. Calls himself Jaeger and Began, my oldest patient. Handy fellow, fixes things for me. Bring me the boots back, and then you can have the potion. Indeed. Indeed. Thank you for your gift, the warden. Vistakai the Argonian is my warden of the corpusarium. Quite the fighter, tough as nails, and self-taught. Works out with my daughters, who are no slouches at the martial arts themselves. Well, yes, you've got the corpus disease, but did you get the boots I sent you? Because I'm not going to give you that potion until you grab it. Okay. Well, he finds it sporting when we go around and hunt for his bits and bobs as well. Maybe maybe we can consider a little bit of a little bit of theft, a little bit of a spot. No worries though. What have we got down here? It's got another little library. Maybe something worth reading. The Lives of Saints. The Affairs of Wizards. The Anticipations. A limeware platter. Speedrunners get triggered by seeing this limeware platter, I suppose. I think the speedrunners actually, they ignore money. And they these days they just buff their spells, buff all their stats with keening in particular. There's an old bug where if you take off an item before it has a chance to actually apply its before it has a chance to apply its buffs, you keep the buffs and the debuffs aren't taken off. We have a trapped door here with fire messages. Am I reading chats, Nalia? Yes, I am reading chats. I would suggest that you've been here for about 15 seconds, so I don't know if you're just impatient or if you have an expectation of zero latency. How are Vista Kai? I'm going in. The warden of the Corpusarium. I'm here to warn you, do not harm the inmates. If you've come to plunder the dungeon, you must endure their attacks, and if you take your chances with me, the warden and protector. Well, yeah, buddy, I'll leave you to that. That's fine. We're not going to do anything to them. Don't worry about it. I'm going to use my Nidar, though. I'm not too interested in having a hunt around here. Let's head straight for Jaeger and Began. He's quite down the end of this. Oh boy, old mate here took a kill. Skeletal corpse. He has an iron long spear. But here's Jaeger and Began over here. Yeah, I'm really well. I'm really well. How are you? I just got off work. I worked an extra couple of hours today. Started early, finished late. You know how it is. But we're here now, and yeah, had a snack and jumped straight in. Jaeger and Began, you're here for the Dwemer boots. Will tell my gracious keeper that I've done what I could. Only a Dwemer magecraft could have done so much, but only idiots could have created these boots. It's a shame. It shames my race that we must be judged by the works of such lackwit blunderers. Once I was a master craftsman in the service of Lord Kaganak, chief architect of the great Second Empire freeholds, and the greatest enchanter of his time. I could not match the genius of Lord Kaganak, but what he could envision, I and my colleagues could build. All of that is gone forever. I still retain my cunning, but my hands and my eyes fail me, and my memories have long faded. My only consolation is each day to mock the gods who destroyed my race and condemned me to this bleak existence. Well, I'll take the boots. Lord Fear obtained these enchanted Dwemer boots from an unfortunate thief, and given the quality of their craftsmanship, little wonder the fellow came to a bad end. But I can do nothing for them. The fundamental enchantment is flawed. Might as well start all over again. If such a pair of boots could still be fashioned in these benighted latter days, but I've done my best. Take them to Lord Fear with my sincerest apologies. Please accept this amulet I found during my travels. It may be useful to you. The amulet of Ilianos. Yeah. No, not too tired for a Monday. Actually, today was pretty good at work, all things considered. Very, very often on Monday, I get a lot of problems and they kind of stack up, and the rest of my week's outlook is already ruined. But this week, all my problems came on Friday. So rather than a fresh hell on Monday, I kind of knew what to do going in. So that was refreshing, I suppose. But now the rest of my week is still out, except I've had the last weekend, to kind of mull it over. What else do I play? I like a lot of slow games, Nyla. I like a lot of slow games. Stuff like Morrowind, for me, is like a nice slow RPG. I like a lot of board games. If I could play some card games on my current rig, I probably would. Maybe I'll try and find a way to play some Agricola on stream. I quite like that game. I was thinking about it over the weekend. Somebody asked me what my favourite games were, and Agricola came back to mind. I haven't played it in years, actually. So I'd very much like to play Agricola on stream, even the single player variant. What else? A little bit of Slay the Spire. Yeah. Oh no, that's okay. Yeah, it's what happens when you work a lot of full-time job. You got to find time for your hobby somewhere. So often it means cutting some other corners rather than sitting on the couch, or rather than spending a little bit more time in the kitchen. Although I know a lot of people really enjoy cooking, and it is a nice way to decompress. Today I was lucky, so I didn't have a a hard time, too hard a time at work, so I didn't really need to decompress that much. But yeah, have I played Assassin's Creed? I've actually never played any of the Assassin's Creed games. A mate of mine in an old job used to tell me about them all the time. I think Black Flag and was quite a big one for him. And somebody was chatting with somebody about Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey the other day. Sounds like a great game, and I really like the Grecian themes and things like that. Yeah. There's a board game called Kyklavis, which is really, really wonderful. It's kind of like a military zone control game for 4 players. It's got a little bit of a strictly better strategy. We found, my friends and I, we played for maybe 50 or 60 hours, and we tended to find some strategies that were quite a lot better than the rest. But yeah, a great game, at least until you figure out how to dominate it. And yeah, obviously Morrowind has a couple of Grecian themes as well. We've got the Boots of Blinding Speed, we've got the Scrolls of Icarian Flight. I was thinking as well recently about Elder Scrolls 6 and maybe the likelihood that it could be in Hammerfell. And having those kind of maybe Grecian themed quests. Hammerfell does have its island. Stros Mackay from Elder Scrolls Online is of course one of the islands of Hammerfell. There are islands to the north, and there is it's not Skyrim levels of cold, but like Skyrim and like Morrowind, Hammerfell has its Dwemer ruins. The Dwemer, they like those cold environments where they can mine their glimmer metals and things like that. But of course, Hammerfell has islands to the south as well. It has islands in the Iliac Bay, and it has islands, south against the Valenwood, the Bay of Valenwood as well. So there's a lot of opportunities there, I think, for Elder Scrolls 6, if it is in Hammerfell, to include lots of island travel and things like that. That's what the Red Guard, the game is about here. So Elder Scrolls Red Guard Adventures, I think, takes place on one of those southern islands near Valenwood. But yeah, poor Jaeger and Bagan here. He's not had a great time of it. He's had a rather bleak existence. Since the disappearance of the dwarves, I've been alone in this world, trapped in this grim prison. I can scarcely move, and my fellow inmates are scarcely good company. The risk of corporus disease dethers most visitors, and if you meet with cultivated minds undaunted by the terrors of the corporusarium, you might mention your recent interview with the last living dwarf. Well, that is how I style myself. I do not know the fact that I am the last, but in my travels thousands of years ago, I've never encountered another. And since I've been here, I often ask Lord Fear, but he never has any credible rumours of any other Dwemer on Tamriel or in the other realms. Indeed. Oh, that sucks, buddy. Well, let's head back up. Oh, where's my VTuber? I haven't, I haven't had a great time of running this game whilst also running VC Face. It presses me a little bit, and I lose a lot of frames. So on my channel, if you want to check out the VTuber model in the channel banner and in my profile picture, yeah, my 3D model there looks just like me. I look like that in real life. I'm actually quite sure of the of the comparison. It got really close. And some of my older videos playing Slay the Spire and Uma Musume and things like that, the model is working nicely. Unfortunately, with this game, Morrowind, because I have modded it quite extensively, unfortunately, I've just pushed it a little bit further. I think that, oh, this is levitate. I'll actually use this to get up. Is this going to explode if I use this? Dwemer boots of flying. No, we can. Beautiful. I've got that levitate now. Yeah. Unfortunately, just with this game and to the extent that I've modded it, it is slightly tricky for me to run the VTuber model at the same time on BC Face. No boots. I've got you the boots. The Dwemer boots of flying have been removed from infamy. Well, give me the potion. Yeah, let's do it. Open your mouth and close your eyes. Goodness. Good grief. Look. It's working. Remarkable. Let me check on your skin. Now your eyes. Your tongue. Amazing. I think it worked. No signs of the disease at all. Of course, you still have corporus disease, just like I planned, but all of your symptoms are gone. Marvelous. I'll go try it out on some of the more desperate inmates. I'll answer any of your questions before you go. See? No more symptoms. Amazing. I'm a bit surprised myself. I collect victims of the divine disease in my corpusarium in the caverns beneath my tower. Poor devils, wretched existence, constant pain, ferocious appetites and passions. No reason at all, mad as marsh rats, but marvellous too in their own way. Completely immune to disease, they live forever barring accidents. Ancient wizards need projects to keep them occupied, and the corpusarium is mine. Indeed. The Wraithfear is one of those rare people who has gone above and beyond himself. You can see here is kitted out in Daedric gear. These are Daedric boots, Daedric greaves, Daedric pauldrons, Daedric everything. His aside from the helmet, his fully stacked. He has a Daedric mason in his this little chest here called Scourge, which can summon Daedra, and he has her scenes. He's got this book here, the where is it? What were we looking at earlier? The Posting of the Hunt. So this is a story about her scene, the Daedric Prince of the Hunt, and here in this cabinet as well, in this closet, he also has a. Shall we crack it open? He doesn't mind. No, it's too much character knowledge. It's too much character knowledge. My character doesn't know it's in there. I think you need a thief character really to justify that. Oh god damn it! I forgot I put my mark over here in the camp. Oh no, maybe I meant to. Maybe I can talk to them now as well. Actually, I should probably talk to them about the fact they just got cured of Corpus. The wise woman, Nabani Mesa, her name is. Let's chat with her about it. Nabani, do I have questions? Do I have the lost prophecies? Yes. There are the Reverend prophecies that have been lost, the 7 curses and others. Some are forgotten, some are hidden, some deliberately lost. The wise women at the memory of the Velothi people have been a faulty memory, and we are mortal and our knowledge dies with us. But we hear that dissident priests of the temple study our Reverend prophecies and record them in books. Such written words never die. You must go to them and ask them for these books and bring what you find to me. Indeed. I do want to tell her about my corpus. Can we tell her about Corpus? 7 curses, sleepers, 7 visions, the stranger, Urshulaku camp. You know what? I think we're going to have to speak to I think we're going to have to speak to Caius first. Yeah. What job do I do? I'm in maths and statistics in particular. So I keep up a lot with a lot of health and job statistics, workforce management, those kind of things. A lot of the work I do is related to macroeconomics, and in particular about maintaining access to skills in industries where people work a lot. Where people don't work enough, where we have kind of shortages of people, I suppose, is the more specific thing to say. So most recently, a lot of my work is in cost of living over the last couple of years. Of course, cost of living has been a big factor. I don't do much policy research. Policy research is kind of outside my space, but more data collection and data analysis with public kind of data. So, one of the mods one of the streams I mod for, Pandadora's stream actually, she's in social work and very policy minded. So we chat about that a fair bit as well. Balmora, here we go. And now I can use Divine Intervention from here again, and we'll get back to Caius. But yeah, a lot of my day is collecting and computing data and just making sure that things are generalizable and representative, and that there's good solid data to be used as an evidentiary basis for informing like public decision making and economic macroeconomic decision making. A lot of it's done at like the postcode level or like regional levels as well.
Please, go ahead.
Now, Jerimar, thank you for your report. I'm very happy you've been cured. Unfortunately, I have a bit of bad news. I've been recalled to the Imperial City. You'll be promoted to operative and at the head of the Blades here in Vardenfell until I return. I only waited here to give you the final orders before I could. Well, good thing we didn't keep you waiting and came straight back. That makes sense. That makes you the ranking Blades agent here in Vardenfell. As far as I know, there may be other Blade agents here. I don't know about them. I wouldn't surprise me. I may be gone a while, and you'll have expenses. So here's some gold. You can use the house until I return, and I won't be needing these blacks or the ring while I'm in Cyrodiil. They may come in handy for you. Take good care of them. Internal politics. I'm concerned about my sugar. Mate, he's got a sweet tooth, we swear. I thought about refusing the recall, but they have members of my family back in the capital. I'm afraid they may have something to do with the problems with the succession. As the Emperor's health declines, factions are maneuvering for advantage, and so I may be gone a while. That's why you're promoted. Well, tell me these orders. Continue pursuing the Nerevarine prophecies as the Emperor commands. First, go to the Hall of Wisdom in Vivec and get Mira Milo to help you find the lost prophecies. She's being watched, and if something goes wrong, you'll find her private quarters. She'll leave you a message there under the code word Amaya. Then take the lost prophecies to Nabani Mesa. From that point, you'll have to follow her directions and follow the prophecies. Good luck. Indeed. Well, so our character's roleplay here is actually that we follow the orders of the Blades because we're an asset of the Blades. So Caius being recalled very much sets us free to do what we want to do. Interesting. We will probably... So we are being expected of Mira Milo, so we'll fulfill this order. But after that, I might kind of go a little bit of my own way. Let's find out. Let's find out. Caius, how are you, buddy? He gave us some clothes here. Caius's black pants, chameleon 20 points. Caius's black shirt, fortify sneak 20 points. And also Caius's ring, fortify luck and security. That's quite good. Fortify security 20 points is a lot. That's going to really help me gain access to a lot of places. Let's chuck that on. What have we got there? We've got the Mentor's ring, and we've got the engraved ring of healing, and we've also got Arene's lucky lure there as well for an extra 10 points of luck. I'm just going to put, I think, we can keep the rest of these on. Yeah, they're totally fine. They're totally fine. Well, let's head to Vivec then. Again, I'll use Divine Intervention to get across town. I don't mind a little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump. Black Flag, yeah. I think, is that what it's called? Assassin's Creed Black Flag? The one about being pirates? I think so. I just remember it exists because a guy I used to work with, actually, this was before my current role. Back when I was still doing my degree program, I used to work at a game store. So I was selling video games and board games and things like that. I worked in that kind of area, I think, for about 18 months. Maybe a little bit longer. But before that, I worked bars for a long time. So I worked bars and hospitality for a long time before my current job as well. I'm Unk. No, Nalia, sorry to inform you. I think that's how people say it. I'm old, I think, compared to a lot of people on this website. I saw Northern Lion was claiming he was the oldest person on this website. He is not. He is definitely not. I think Northern Lion might be 36, 37. Sorry, buddy. He is he is a wee one. So yeah, no, I'm a fair bit older. I'm a bit of a bigger guy. It's difficult to show on the VTuber model because it's, you know, all above the waist. But yeah, I'm a bit of a bigger guy. I wear like 3XL hoodies and 4XL hoodies, and they're usually a bit oversized on me. Usually just a bit. But yeah, I'm like an older Fijian Australian fella, probably ticking 5'9", 5'10", and 120 kilos. And yeah, worked a lot of jobs, done a lot of customer facing jobs, worked a lot of bars, sold some games. I really like games. Played a lot of board games for a long time. I didn't actually play too much video games for a fair while. I played some older games when they were coming out, and then as soon as video games kind of switched to internet focus, you know, during the Halo days and a lot of the co-op online days and things like that, I missed all that because I didn't have the internet until I was already out of university actually. Well, here we are back at the temple. We're going to look for Mira Milo. She is in, I think I want to say this way, the Hall of Wisdom. She's in the Hall of Wisdom library, so we'll go up and ask her about it. Oh, you did some models too, and animated screens as well. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. No, keep at it. Keep at it. Graphic design. It's a really really growing industry, I think, and everyone's always trying to undercut artists, steal from them, or do things to generate things. She works in the library here. If she's not here right now, maybe find her in her private quarters. Her door is across from the canon offices here in the Hall of Wisdom. Okay, well, we'll go see if she's in her quarters. I think this is the canon quarters. Mira Milo's quarters. Okay, well, we have an open invitation. We'll unlock the door here. I've got the tower key. I suppose as well I could be using my detect creature. She's not here. Anything under the bed? No. Did she leave a note? A note. A note to Amaya. Amaya, sorry I've missed you. I had to run some old documents over to the Inquisitor at the Ministry of Truth, and I'm likely to be tied up there for a while. Why don't you meet me there as soon as you can? We can leave together as soon as I'm done. Don't forget to bring me those 2 Divine Intervention scrolls you borrowed, or if you've used them, buy a couple of new ones for me. I think I'm going to need them soon. Janan de Molini at the Mages Guild in the Foreign Quarter, keep them in stock. Indeed. So poor Mira's Mila here. She has been, I suppose, kidnapped by the secret police is probably the correct way to say this. Now, I need to assess if we have enough to break her out. Scrolls of Divine Intervention, we definitely have them. Let me see about Rising Force. We have Rising Force potions as well. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. Don't be in the Halls of Justice. They hate my guts in there, man. They hate my guts in the Hall of Justice. Well, I suppose they hate my guts in here as well with the Ordinators. Let's move along. This is ironic because they wear the face of the Nerevarine. They wear the face of Nerevar, but they hate us. It's very sacrilegious for us to exist, I suppose, and very heretical for anyone to support us. Now, I believe, so this is the Ministry of Truth. You can see it's a floating rock. It's actually a meteor. A meteor. So it was a meteor that's been captured in space and time. The Vivek, the living god who lives in this temple just over here that we're looking at right now, Vivek has actually captured this meteor falling towards Nirn, captured it in time. So, although I think maybe I mentioned in another episode, when you teleport around Nirn, you lose your momentum. When you free something in space, you don't. So when you free something in time, you don't. So this is maintained all its momentum. It is currently still having a very, very, very high velocity. It's moving incredibly quickly, and it will destroy the island should it ever continue to fall. But Vivek has trapped it in time. It's, I believe, a future plot. I want to say later. Maybe it's alluded to in Skyrim, or maybe it's a little bit later than all of that. It's like a Red Mountain episode, or the Black Mountain, I think the storyline is called. Eventually the meteor falls and Red Mountain pops. Anyway, here we go. We've donated a potion to this shrine here, and we get the buff Stop the Moon Blessings. So that's the shrine of stopping the moon. It's 100 points of levitate, so we can move very, very, very quickly. You can see our characters kind of moving through the air in a kind of absurd way. But it's a good enough way as any to get up here. Now, this shrine is bigger on the inside, I think we'll find. Let's just chat with this person here. Avella, I've come here for the Ministry of Truth. No pilgrims allowed in the ministry. I have to ask you to leave. You're not here to visit anyone, are you? Ah, visit someone. Well, Mara said you would come. I'll say you subdued me with magic and stole my key. It opens all 3 exterior doors. The upper back door is best. You'll need other keys for other doors inside. Search for the keys in desks. No one carries keys while on duty. Mara is in prison. Keep in the cell on the far right. Mara said you'll bring scrolls to get out. Some of us are sympathetic to the dissident priests, but kill an ordinator and you'll lose that sympathy. Here's the key to the entrance. Now get going. Indeed. Alright. So she suggests we take the upper back entrance. I think that'll be this one here. The Hall of Processing. Are there any other ones? Any other holes in this here rock? No, there's not. Alright, well let's come in this way. It's a lock level 80. I think we can go in. It's been a while since I opened up this room, so let's just make sure we don't crash. I'm also going to equip... Ooh, excuse me. We're also just going to equip here the items that we're going to need for this. What have we got? They've got the Belt of Nimbleness. Agility 10 points. Agility 10 points definitely helps. We're going to have to activate a few different items, I think, as we go through. I can also activate... Do I have a... I believe I have an exclusive invisibility, maybe? Qualify Strength, Blight, Paralyzation, Dispel... No, I don't. Maybe it's a scroll. Gambler's Prayer. Oh, we have 2 lock splitters. That's great. Ducius's Unhinging. Light Spell, Purity of Body, Divine Intervention, Serenity, Bloodfire. Okay, I don't have any invisibility at all. Hopefully we won't need it. While we have Levitate, we're moving silently. And what we're going to do is we're going to look for chests and things like that for other keys. We have been seen, unfortunately. Let's back away. We're going to move substantially faster than anyone else right now. Let's see where we need to go. What about this door here? Lock level 10. We can get through there. Normally, I would hit this with a lockpick, but we are in a hurry, so I'm going to hit it with a scroll. Oh, that was the spell, not the scroll. Scroll of Unduce's Unhinging. There we go. Beautiful. Let's just get through as fast as we can. A worn cavern door. Nope. Okay. Nope. I feel as though I'm getting trapped on things. Oh no, we came back out the bottom. Damn it. Okay. Okay, so that just takes us through, unfortunately. Okay, so maybe we're going to go up this way. We're going to have to get past one of these guards. Yeah. You there? You there? Okay. Well, what we can do is we can use the Belt of Nimbleness. And then we can use the Caius's Ring for luck. One of these days. We can use Caius's Black Pants for Chameleon. And we can use the black shirt for sneak. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to sneak at the moment. Maybe here in the prison keep. Okay. We've got our scroll. Let's get in there. Guards, intruder. Okay, well, we still have our levitate active. Let's just get out of our way. So they said her cell was on the right hand side. There's a couple of people in these cells. It looks like it's going to be this one here. Let's equip our roll again, because we don't have a key for her cell. Let's just get in there. Mira, divine intervention scrolls. Yes, we do. She needs one. When you get out of here, look for a woman. I'll need one scroll, divine intervention scroll for myself for my escape plan. Getting out of here will be a lot faster and safer for you if you have one, but if you don't have one, maybe find some other way out. Now listen, here's my plan. I'll meet you at the secret dissident priest monastery at Holomayan. For safety, we'll travel separately. When you get out of here, look for a woman named Blata Heteria on the docks of Ebonheart. Tell her I sent you and that you want to go fishing. She'll bring you to Holomayan by boat. I'll meet you there, and we'll get the lost prophecies from Gilvas Bolero, the teacher of the dissident priests. The magic concealed at the Holomayan entrance. Speak to Vivrania Arion, a monk at the dock, about the hidden entrance. It's a secret monastery of dissident priests. The monastery itself is beneath the surface of a remote island along Azura's coast, with only a single entrance hidden by view from hills and vegetation. The monastery is further protected by a magical shield which only opens at dawn and dusk. The magical twilight hour is sacred to Azura. Ooh. Alrighty. Let's do it. So we're all gonna get out of here with teleportation. That was unfortunately the civvy. We used divine. Here we go. Beautiful. We're over here now. This levitation is going to last a fair while, actually, I think. It's kind of weird that you can still see where we just broke out from just over here, but that's what comes with view distance, I suppose. And here we go. Now, the lady that we're speaking to, we're here on the docks. There's only we've already spoken to this person earlier about a different kind of quest. This will be the lady that we're after. Blata Heteria. Do I know you? Oh, right, you're Jerimar. My friend said you might want to go fishing. Indeed. I know a fine place. Excellent for fishing. My friend Mira Milo says it's her favourite fishing spot. Are you ready to go? Well, I'm ready to take you to Holomine anytime you're ready to travel. Indeed. Let's go. The Azura's Coast region. Vivrana Arion? Yes, it's us. She's a monk of Holomaya. The monastery is here on this island. Take the stone pathway north from the docks, then the path uphill. The entrance is hidden by a magical shield. Wait or rest at the head of the path. The portal will open at dusk or dawn only. The magical twilight hour sacred to Azura. Marimilo has told us if you're coming. You can find her in the library with Master Barolo. Later, I can arrange for you to return to Vivek when you're ready. Mira must have a mark here, if she got here before we did, because we took the boat around the coast. I think, interestingly, where we are here, it's actually not too far from the Sadrith Mora Guild, so maybe going to the Mages Guild here in Vivek Foreign Quarter. And oh no, it's maybe all much of a muchness when you can fly like this. 100 points of levitate. It's really quite good. All right. It only rests on solid ground, they say. Oh no. Can I get rid of this? I can use dispel, I think. Maybe I'll try and dispel this. There we go. We're back on the ground. 8 PM. Well, let's wait through till 5 AM. And we'll see if that's going to be dawny enough for the dawn. Now, I believe the Shrine to Azura is around here as well. Got a nice little snail shell kind of thing going on here. Oh, we got a rat. Yeah. Oh, there's a Daedric Shrine just over there. And I think, yeah, I really think the Shrine to Azura must just be over here. Yeah. Yeah, it's just going to be over this area. Ah, it's moving here. It is responding to the light. So it's going to let us in. Kind of like a Sydney Opera House kind of configuration with all these layers of cones. Layers of bowls. The Holomine Monastery. Whoa, the Shrine of Saint Serin. The Shrine of Saint Veloth. The Shrine of Saint Roris. The Shrine of Saint Realms. They got one of everyone. How are you, Tivam Sadri?
What do you want?
Arlor, Delin, Felms, Lothus, Vivek's Fury, Meris, Nerevar. Oh, that's us. The Spirit of Nerevar. Ah, 4-5 fatigue, 20 points. That's pretty good. And St. Olms.
Where is that slave?
Vivam, welcome, Jerimar. Mary Milo told us of your coming. You'll find her in the library with Master Bolero. Master Gilbus Bolero is in the abbot of our monastery. He's the head of our secret order. We've adopted the name the Dissident Priest. We're not ashamed of our disputes with the temple's hierarchy. No, we are not.
There's someone watching.
What have we got here? We got vagaries of faith, varieties of faith, aedra and daedra. Avisa. Yeah, they're all pointing me in the direction of the masters, the order's master. They want us to chat with him first. Indeed. Calm down, people. Calm down. They here? Yeah, here they are. There's Mera.
We are blessed.
They get a lot of other books though. Can I get a pip? Can the brother get a pip of a skill point? Mysticism. Nanuk's Fire and Faith. An interesting read. It sounds like an interesting read, doesn't it? This book is a translated account of Nuchinuk's travels amongst the various colonies of the Dwemer, explaining the theories of Kaganak. I made inquiry as to the state of enlightenment amongst the people he spoke for. He answered that with respect to the theories of Kaganak, there was but one scholar near who could guide the people through the maze that leads to a true misunderstanding. He informed me, however, that in Karakar, the precepts of Kaganak were taught. He said that nothing pleased him more than to see the Dwemer of Kerkar the most learned people in the world, studying Kaganek's words and giving consideration to their place in the life to come, and where neither planar division nor the numeration of amnesia nor the other thing of utility was more valued than the understanding of the self and its relationship to the heart. I was gracious enough to receive this as a high compliment, and removing my helm, I thanked him and departed with an infinity of bows. They really did give up everything to kind of, become one with the Godhead. They really dedicated the whole thing. Chronicles of Nuchalef, that's a nice heavy armor book that we've actually already read. What else we got here?
What was that?
Servants of Vivek, athletics up to 62. There we go. Don't you love some free skills? And medium armor as well. We'll take it. And block. Beautiful. Alright, come in, sit down, read the book. Fail to introduce ourselves. Mera.
Welcome, friend. Are you
Thank
the
you for
one I've
rescuing
heard
me.
talk
And I'll
about?
stay here at Holomaya with Master Valera to assist him in the monastery's library. Indeed. Well, let's chat with him about it. Can I help you? We're here to talk about the Lost Prophecies, Gilvis. I have reviewed the Apocrypha and found two passages of particular interest. Apocrypha. We've made copies of these passages to give you. Many are familiar with the two Nerevarine prophecies currently among the Ashlanders, called the Stranger and the Seven Visions. We have two other prophecies, the Lost Prophecy and the Seven Curses, that may offer additional insights into the riddles surrounding the coming of the Incarnate. Perhaps these are the Lost Prophecies that your friend the Barney Mesa told you about. We have also prepared a document for you called Kaganek's Tools. This document will explain to you and to others the terrible secret that the temple conceals about the true history of the tribunal and the corrupt nature of their divine powers. It is to conceal this secret that the temple persecutes the Nerevarine and the dissident priests. This persecution must stop. We must be united against the true enemy, Dagoth. And if you are the Nerevarine, you must lead us against him. Indeed. The Apocrypha, the hieroglypha, are the collected priestly writings of the temple. The Apocrypha are the hidden writings, secrets known only to the highest levels of priesthood and the Inquisition. Defying the temple, we have gathered as much of the Apocrypha as we can here at Holomaya. One of the chief disputes between the temple and the dissident priests is that the temple hides the truth from its followers. Indeed. What have we got here? Blasphemous Revenants. What kind of books do they have around? The Book of the Dawn and Dusk? I mean, that's a pretty regular one. The Arcturian Heresy. Arcana Restored. Children of the Sky. And the Arcturian Heresy by Affairs of Wizards. Yeah, all this stuff's pretty typical. Book of the Daedra, The Anticipations, Biography of Baron Zaya, The Chronicles of Nuchalef. I suppose this one is a little bit different. It details the death of the Lord Illendam. It's not particularly long. The death of Lord Illendam. This is a chronicle of events of historical significance to the Dwemer freehold colony of Nuchalef. The text was probably recorded by an Ultima, for it is written in Aldmeris. It happened in Second Planting, 1220, that Lord Illendam, on the journey in the western uplands, came to Nuchalef and protected Ankard and General Kungthunch. Raknthunch met him there, and Dalan Zanchu also came to the meeting. They talked together long by themselves, but this only was known of their business, that they were to be friends of each other. They parted, and each went home to his own colony. Blethanch and her sons came to hear of this meeting, and saw it in this secret meeting a treasonable plot against the councils, and they often talked of this amongst themselves. When spring came, the councils proclaimed, as usual, a council meet, and in the halls of Bam's Amschend, the people accordingly assembled, hand fast with ale and song, drinking bravely, and much and many things were talked over at the drink table, and amongst other things were comparisons between different Dwemer, and at last among the councillors themselves. One said that Lord Inildam excelled his fellow councillors by far and in every way. At this, Councillor Bluthanch was very angry, and said that she was in no way less than Lord Illendam. I'm struggling to not pronounce that as Illidan. Illidan. Illidan Stormrage. And that she was eager to prove it. Instantly, both parties were so inflamed that they challenged each other to battle and ran to their arms. But some citizens who were less drunk and more understanding came between them and quieted them, and each went back to his colony. But nobody expected that they would ever meet in peace again together. But then, in the fall, Lord Illidan received a message from Councillor Bluthanch inviting him to a parley at Handorstadurms, and all Illidan's kin and citizens strongly urged him not to come, fearing treachery. But Lord Illendam would not listen to counsel, nor even to carry with him his honour guard. And sadly, it came to pass that, whilst travelling to Handorstadurms in Chinzinch Pass, a host of foul creatures set upon Lord Illendam and killed him and all of his party. And many citizens said thereafter that Bluchanch and her sons had conjured these beasts and set them upon Lord Illendam, but nothing was proven. He lies buried at the place called Leftunch. Chronicles of Nooch Left, something like that. But that will explain why it's worth having a look around there. What else they got? Aedra and daedra, the affairs of wizards. Yeah, all this stuff seems pretty typical so far. Maybe they have another little secret library. The ruins of Kalamzi, mysticisms, the chunks, fire and faith. Am I missing something? Have you got another one? There must be more, right? They have it downstairs. Frankie. Return to Vivek. Vivrani Arion, the monk at the docks outside. Oh, if I want to return to Vivek. Well, I don't want to return to Vivek. I don't care about that. We've got a little barracks here for us. Brief History of the Empire, Volume 2. What else? Hey, Bardi. Verlaine and Dral. Oh, he's an enchanter. Interesting. We can get a Warhammer of Wounds. We can get a Shock Bite Axe or a Battle Axe of Wounds. We have our Bound Axe, so I'm not really too fussed. A shield with a constant effect would always be nice. Unfortunately, I think we're probably going to have to make one ourselves. And I have really nothing I can enchant at the moment. I do have some Grand Soul Gems, though. We have 3 Soul Gems of the highest rank. Ascendant Sleeper, Golden Saint, and Descendant Sleeper. Let's leave all that. Maybe Taran? A little advice, maybe? You should speak with the monk Andisai at the Argoni mission. If a monk's life interests you, that is. Indeed, he is a trainer. Sneak, hand-to-hand, and acrobatics training. We can probably take a little bit of acrobatics training, I think. It's good strength. It's going to be good strength, and also it'll
I am blessed
be good character levels as well. Jeez, buddy, personal space. I think you might be able to take us up a fair way, actually. Well, at least he's staying still. There's another character level as well. We can also take some sneak levels here if we want to keep training up our agility. I think I'm okay to kind of leave that at this stage. But yeah, we'll take a little bit maybe. Just to try and keep our agility nice and high. Definitely I've learnt my lesson not to undervalue starting agility. I think getting your stats above 30 seems like it's really quite difficult in the first place. Wow, he's got a lot of levels. That's another character level as well. 26,000 GP left. Yeah, it's still going. There we go. Okay, capped out. And they can improve our sneak here as well. For agility levels. Well, yeah, I mean, he's journeyman in this as well, so maybe that's going to keep going up. No, that's done. He's a master of hand-to-hand, though I did just notice he's a master of hand-to-hand. Unfortunately, you almost never will need a master of hand-to-hand trainer because hand-to-hand levels up so incredibly quickly. It's one of those things where, because it takes so long to actually kill something with hand-to-hand, you almost never You almost never end up missing, right? Anyway, let's Ooh, there we go. We definitely had leg day there. We've been training at Holomaya for the last couple of weeks, Nabani Mesa, but we got it done. The Lost Prophecies. You have the Lost Prophecies. Will tell me these things over and over until I have them by heart. And then you'll tell me what the priests say and what they see in these words. And then you must leave me. Hunt, sleep, train, feed, learn the land. I must bring these things into me and place them before my ancestors and listen to them, and to the skies and the stars of my dreams. And then, when the moons have come and gone, return and I will give you my judgment. Moons. She wants a month. Okay. I mean, I can give that to her. That's no big deal. We can go, I suppose, free ourselves at this time. At this point in time, we don't have to report back for a month. I would like to read, I think, here, Sansubani's notes, the 7 visions, 7 curses, lost prophecies. Notes from Halia, mission to Vivek, Kaganak's tools. Summarized from the Apocrypha by Gilvas Borello, abbot of Holomayan, and various of the dissident priests. Beneath Red Mountain, Dwemer miners discovered a great magical stone. By diverse methods, Lord Kaganak, the high priest and mage crafter of the ancient Dwemer, determined that this magical stone was the heart of the god Lorcan, cast here in the Dawn Era as a punishment for his mischief in creating the mortal world. Determined to use its divine power to create a new god for the exclusive benefit of the Dwemer, Kaganak forged 3 great enchanted artifacts, which are called Kaganak's tools. Wraithguard is an enchanted gauntlet to protect its wearer from destruction when tapping the heart's power. Sunder is an enchanted hammer to strike the heart and produce the exact volume and quantity of power desired. Keening is an enchanted blade that is used to flay and focus the power that rises from the heart. When Kaganak used these tools in the heart in the Battle of Red Mountain, no one knows what happened, but the Dwemer race disappeared entirely from the mortal world. Lord Nerevar and Lord Dagoth retrieved these tools and didn't know what to do with them. Nerevar asked Dagoth to guard the tools while he went to consult with his councillors, Vivek, Almalexia and Sothasil. He left and spoke with his 3 councillors, and they decided to return together to Red Mountain to decide what to do. But while Nerevar was gone, Dagoth was tempted and confused by the powers of the tools. When Nerevar and his councillors arrived, he refused to give up the tools, claiming he had sworn to Nerevar to protect them. Dagoth fought with Nerevar and the councillors and was mortally wounded and driven off, and the tools were recovered. Then Nerevar and his councillors decided to take the tools for safekeeping. They all swore a great oath never to use the tools, but after Nerevar's death, Vivek, Almalexia and Sothasil yielded to temptation. They took these tools themselves and went to Lorcan's heart, buried beneath Red Mountain, and gave themselves divine powers. But Dagoth did not die. We don't know what happened, but this is what we believe. His experiments with Kaganak's tools had joined him to the heart's divine nature in some way, so that he learned to draw power directly from the heart. We conjecture that Dagoth, driven by anger and greed, used the heart without caution or restraint, and as a result has become terribly powerful and terribly mad. But the tribunal showed great care and restraint in their use of the tools, and so the things were not driven mad, but they did many good things. Nonetheless, the tribunal too appeared to have been corrupted by the heart's power, though more subtly. Kaganak's tools are cursed. Stealing power from the heart of a god is a terrible folly, and fated to disaster. The tribunal is losing its battle to control the power of the heart. They are sustained by the same tainted power that drives Dagoth mad. They grow weak and cannot protect us from Dagoth, but even if they could, we would be wise to worship gods such as these. They conceal the truth from us out of shame. They persecute the Nerevarine and the dissident priests out of shame, and they should be welcoming them and enlisting their aid against Dagoth. The tribunal has done much good for Morrowind and the Dunmer, but they succumbed to the temptations of Kaganak's tools, and they thought these tools once may have seemed the instruments of salvation. Now they must be seen as instruments of doom. Indeed. And maybe what's not mentioned there is that the oaths that they swore to not use the tools and not tap into the heart. Where is it mentioned? Here. They took these tools themselves and went to Lorcan's heart and gave themselves divine power. They all swore a great oath never to use these tools. That oath was to Azura. And when they broke that oath, she cursed them. It is currently Morndas, 8 full frost, 8 frost full. So she wants a month. Let's go have a bit of a wander, I say. I think what we want to do is we want to find ourselves amongst the Molag Tong. We've heard tales of them. We've not really had much time for ourselves, but we are an executioner and a man of rules. I think very much would like to stay in someone's ranks and have some options on where to go to find a target. Now, every executioner's writ that we've received along the way here we have taken. Someone's asking us to kill Dagoth and perhaps even Vivek and Almalexia, which we will abide by. That's not a question. But for right now, let's go back to Vivek and let's have a little bit of a hunt and see if we can find ourselves one Morag Tong. Morag Tong, I think they're called. I mix up Commander Tong and I think Molag Bal there. Anyway. Now the advice we've been given so far is that we need to find a copy of the Black Hand should we want to be in touch with these people. Suppose it's not the worst idea in the world just to ask some locals. The Morag Tong is a very above board institution. You know what? They have a guild hall in Balmora. I should be going there. Let's head to Balmora. They have a guild hall there in Balmora, and we'll ask them if we can join. Why they come to Vivek? We came to Vivek because Joe Basha's bookstore is here, and he told us about the Black Hand, but actually he just told us that we need to find the book. Not that it has anything to do with Vivek. But here in the Cloud District, it's not actually the Cloud District, but you know, we don't get here very often. Of course we don't. Here in the upper hill of Balmora, there is going to be I believe it's this one here, the Morag Tong Guild. Here we go. Let me just use my night eye so we can kind of see. It is a very, very dark place. How we do? Nachale. Is that just Nachal? It's spelled like Rachel but with an N. Nachal, he can offer short blade training. Mate, we want to ask about the. I heard some trouble has been brewing up at Fort Frostmouth. Never heard of it. It's on an island called Salthsheim, north of Vardenfell. Really? I've heard the place. I believe there's an Imperial fort up there, Fort Frostmouth or something. If you want to go there, check around in Cool. There may be a ship that will take you. Interesting. No one knows what happened to Brilnosu Laris. She's a battle mage gone bad, wanted by half of the guards in Vardenfell. No one's seen her for a long time. Interesting. Merv Zuvain has been an agent for House Lalu for quite a while. You'll find him at House Lalu Manor in Balmora. Talk to him if you ever want to know about the agent's trade. We did. We received a fair bit of training from Mervs, and that was very suitable for us as an agent of the Blades. The Morag Tong is an ancient traditional assassins guild of the Dunmer. We provide 3 varieties of execution: public, private, and house war. We only recruit candidates of proven skill and honour, and only Grandmaster Eno Halalu in Vivek can authorise new members to join the Morag Tong. If you wish to join us, you must seek out Eno Halalu, the Grandmaster in Vivek. Alrighty. Well, there we go. We know what we need to do. Let's head to speak to Eno Halalu in Vivek. Oh, it feels so good to be jumping, man. Our character is getting strong. And yeah, stats are very much off the charts here. 124 strength, 83 agility, 95 luck. Feels good, man. Feels good. Up to character level 36. Now, let's head back to Vivek then. We're looking for a man called Eno Halalu, or we're looking for a copy of the Black Hand. Someone here, Cyril Lonway. Cyril Lonway knows a little thing or two. Kishni, she recommends we speak to her because she does know about the Dark Brotherhood and the Morag Tong. She hears the Night Mother herself has come to Vardenfell. Indeed, What we might do is we might speak to that Kishni girl upstairs, which is what she recommends. I don't know who that is. Maybe I do. Maybe it was part of a quest. You are Tarazami? Domelin, how are you, buddy? Take this, friend. Everyone should read this leaflet. It has important information on it. Something must be done. What did you just give me there, buddy? Stranger, the Seven Visions? The Lost Prophecy? Mission to Vivek from Caius? Notes? A leaflet. Here we are. Have no dealings with Lorraine Frenris. She is known to be both underhanded and unethical in her dealings. The materials she uses are both shoddy and dangerous. You could come to the great harm from her products. Her shop should be avoided at all costs. I took a potion and got sick. Lost good lunch. Her materials look old and stale, not good for alchemical use. She should be disemboweled and fed to Nyx hounds. Oh my lord. Lorraine Frenris. Who's that? Is that here? Alura-san. Oh, whatever. I'll leave them be for their little boycott, their little spat. Anyway, Vivek's looking pretty good today, isn't it? Look at that. It's got a nice little purple hue to it. Combination of the fog and the water and the pink sky. Anyway, our acrobatics is high enough that we can dip off Vivek like this nowadays. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Beautiful. Now, what we're going to be looking for is a copy of the Black Hand. Maybe, here's a Halalu, Ino Halalu, so maybe we should go ask around at the Halalu Canton. This is the Retherin Canton. If he, I mean, sharing the name is probably not a strong indicator that he's actually a member of the house. Typically is not how these things work, but we might as well. Maybe somebody in there knows a little bit of a tidbit or a piece of advice. Oh, is Ino Halalu a member of the house Halalu? Oh, actually, despite being Halalu by name, he's not actually a member of the house. Those kind of things. Like how if someone shares a name with you, you tend to end up knowing a little bit more about them because people ask. You, Elo Arathan. Well, actually, Elo, I'm here to ask about Eno Halalu. Join the Morag Tong. I believe the current guildmaster is Eno Halalu. I've heard rumours that the Morag Tong has a base somewhere under the arena here in Vivek. Arena. Alrighty, let's go do that. Let's go do that. Arena. And there'll be, I think, Saint Stillen. No, this will be Retherin. Alright. I reckon we can get there pretty quickly. Retherin and then Arena. Two cantons over. 2 cantons over. Now here's the arena wasteworks, I want to say. Yeah, beautiful. That goes up to the arena pit. Here we go.
What day is today?
Armin, how are you? I am indeed looking for someone in particular. I'm here. You know what I heard about Baram? The other night he woke up in the temple, but couldn't remember how he got there or why he went there. He made a big joke of it, saying he must have tied one up last night and forgot all about it. Did you hear about the fellow they found in the canal? Flesh was swollen and covered with growths. Ooh. His arms and legs were all twisted out the shape in the face. It was the face you could tell from the eyes and the holes in the nose and the mouth. It wasn't a face you'd ever want to see again. The priest said it looked like Corpus here in Vivek. That's a worry, indeed. I wanted to ask about the Morag Tong. You don't have it. Jabasha's rare books. There is a murder mystery going on here. I haven't really engaged with it very much. What about you, Alavura Arethenium? She's a sleeper, one amongst thousands. She brings us a message. Dagother calls to you, Jerimar. You cannot deny your lord. The sixth house has risen. Yeah, no, we're backing away from that one. Let's maybe poke our head into the canal works. They did say it was going to be beneath arena. So the canal works does let us go down. We've got a trapdoor here to the arena waste works, or underworks rather. We're going to have a wee squiz. There's probably not going to be anything, to be honest. We got someone down here. How are you, buddy? Are you a dreamer? He is a dreamer. You have betrayed Lord Dagoth. Taste his vengeance. Lord Dagoth has sent the Blight to destroy the foreigners and to chasten those Dunmer who bend to foreign will. Those who oppose Lord Dagoth shall wither and die, while those who join him shall be healed and strengthened and filled with the power and glory of Red Mountain, inspired by the dreams of Dagother. Join the Morag Tongue. I see them from time to time, but I don't know where to find them. Well, as far as dreamers go, this one's a bit of a gabber. It's not a rumour, it's the truth. Lord Dagoth of the Sixth House, saviour of the Dunmer people, has awakened. Maybe we can ask him about Dagother. It's the hour of awakening. He comes forth in his glory, and his people shall rejoice, and his enemies should scatter like dust. Lord Nerevar will come again to drive the foreigners from the land and restore Dunmer and Morrowind to its ancient glory. Alrighty, buddy. Alrighty. He's having a moment. Old mate's having a moment. Let's, just check down this way. Keep ourselves topped up with our a night eye as well. Yeah, looks like, oh, we'll just check the other end. There might be a door. Maybe there's a door hidden. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Alright. So maybe it's here in the underworks. The, arena storage. Here we go. Yep, there is a rat. Beautiful. And now we've got a copy of Chance's Folly. So you gain security knowledge. Let's use our nose. Got a couple of doors, got a couple of traps. Interesting. Okay. And we can see there's a door over here actually, so that'll be the way we want to go. Let's break our way through this trapped door. Let's also open up this trap as well. A trapped chest. Now it looks like there's going to be another one in here. Let's use our lockpick this time. We're not in terrible rush. Lockpick success. Okay, there are some rats in here. Let me just disarm the trap quickly. There we go. Rat. Okay, we can take care of you now, rat. Bang. We're going to have more, are we? No, there's a bed. There's a bed down here. Someone's using it. What about in here? This one is locked. Okay. Well, time to get out of the lockpick. We've got a lot of work to do amongst here. Okay, there's going to be more rats inside as well by the looks of it. Yeah, okay. Well, let's take down these rats and then we'll have the time for ourselves. Yeah, beautiful. There's that other door. A trapdoor to the arena hidden area. That'll be the way. That'll be what we're after. Love to see it. Level 50. Okay, we can take level 50 locks now. I think it's going to be a low chance though. Maybe I can rest up a little bit and we'll just wait for our fatigue to come back. Yeah, there we go. Lots of barrels. Anything of note? A steel shard axe. Yeah, maybe not too much worth even looking through these for. A glass fire sword. Well, I take that back. A glass fire sword and 2 dwarven short blades. Okay. Okay, okay. I take that back. Well, that's a very, very high roll. Jesus. We've got this book, this Chance's Folly. An iron claymore. Some imperial short swords. A journeyman's kit. Yeah, we can leave that. We can leave that. What about you? Couple of little bits and bobs, no worries. Oh, there's a potion in there. Quality restore strength, sure. You You never have enough restore strength. A large Kwama egg. I might leave that. I think I have some small Kwama eggs for the Ashlanders already. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Some urns. Urns can sometimes have scrolls in them. But yeah, it's just gonna have just a bunch of stuff by the looks of it. What about you? A little bit of GP? More food, goods. It makes sense, you know, it's a storage area for the arena. They're gonna have a lot of food goods under here. What about this small chest? Nope, 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 nope. These are all empty. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Well, we're almost out of places. Just to check. No, we'll leave all that. We'll leave all that. And we already went through these ones here, did we? No, we haven't yet. We haven't. Go with the GP. Yeah, beautiful. We got an exclusive restore personality potion. And no. Nothing of particular note. That's okay. These kind of chests, they typically don't really have much. Some silverware, some limeware. I mean, limeware is worth carrying for sure. It's good value. It's good value for sure. Okay. Let's check it out. Hello.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or
Ulmesi
go away.
Baryon. This is the sacred city of Vivek. Count your blessings. Can I help you find something in particular or just looking around? Well, I'm here to join the Morag Tong. They're an ancient traditional assassin's guild of the Dunmer. Yes, we can join them. So you found our headquarters. This speaks well of you. Perhaps you should speak with Grandmaster Eno Halalu. Indeed. She can train us in light armor, actually. That's a good one to have. Are you Eno Taris Drowl? Perhaps you can be of some help to me. There are some sensitive matters to attend to. Ooh. The great daedra Mafala has given me information that must be acted on. If you'd be willing to work with me, I'm certain Mafala would be grateful. Excellent. There is a member of our brotherhood living in Balmora, Balin Omerel. He has been freelancing, if you will. This is unacceptable and he must be removed. Unfortunately, his brother is a rather important member of our brotherhood, and so it would be difficult to bring it to the attention of the others. Use this poison in his food and act swiftly, as should you. Alright, that's a hit job. Beautiful. He's not the man. I'm speaking to the Rugdoll. Rugdoll? You're not the man they're after. The Eno Halalu. Eno Halalu. Hello, Minibi Selkin Ada? Spellbender. When we're a member of the tribe. Here we go. Brelua Rotheran. What are you looking for in Vivek? I'm looking for Grandmaster Eno Halalu. Okay, we'll keep moving. Latest rumors. What could kill two ordinators before they draw their weapons? Slit their throats. Happen here in Vivek. It must be a sorcerer or a vampire. Interesting. A bloodletter dagger. Short blade one-handed. Yeah, this is some light gear. It's rather cool, but unfortunately we probably won't be wearing on this character. Although we do have good light armor levels. Come to think of it, we have 56. Is that light armor heavy? Better than heavy armor? It is. Yeah, I've been training light armor for our agility gear, for our agility level. So our light armor is actually higher. Here we are. The Black Glove. This is the book we've been after. Swift and agile are the Moragtong. Silent and unseen they move. Illusions they supply to misdirect their prey. Close and sure they strike with a short blade, or distant and secure they strike from afar with accurate missile fire. Light armor protects them from harm, and their acrobatic discipline finds for them the unseen and unlooked for path. Have you these virtues? Then perhaps the oath and services may please the Moragtong. Do you have your friends and your finery but no place to go? Do you laugh and cry but no longer feel? Do you wear these masks? Then perhaps your oath and service may please the Black Glove. The blood of the hunter and the blood of the hunted, the joy of the hidden and the joy of the seeker. The blood of the iron, the blood of the gate, the joy of the living and the joy of the dead. Are you one with these things? Then perhaps your oath and service may please Mafala. To make your oath and enter our service, the worthy must seek the Grand Master, who by tradition lives in the unseen and unlooked-for corners of Vivec City. There we go. Well, we made it here. Let me just quick save in case we have a crash. Eno Hlalu. You've found me. If you wish, you may request to join. They've been watching me, and we are pleased. One of your exceptional talent cannot go unmastered. Yes, I'll join you. I'll let you join as a probationer. To gain full membership, you must pass a test. Here is a writ for the Honourable Executioner Faruran Oran. You can find him in the Elven Nations Corner Club in the Hlalu Plaza. Alrighty. Alrighty. Just thinking, should I put a mark here? We are going to be spending a month away from Nabani Mesa. And it is currently, yeah, 8 frostfall. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to leave a mark here. We're not going to... It's going to be easier to head back to the camp in a month than it is to come back here repeatedly all the time. Get to the Hlalu Canton from here. Maybe civvy intervention would be easiest. Let's do it. Let's do it. And then we can take the boat to Hlalu Plaza. She moves us around very quickly. Vivec Hlalu. Beautiful. Now we also have something to do in Balmora, so it's probably worth heading up to Balmora after this. We can head from here to the Foreign Quarter, and then the Mages Guild, then Balmora, and then we can find that person. Now our mark is one for Rurin Oran in the Elven Nation Corner Club, which is actually in the plaza. So let's head up to the plaza. And here it is, Elven Nations. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to wait. We're going to use our bound battle axe. His name is Faruran Oran.
Leave me.
I don't know if I can help you, but I'll try.
Make it quick, Nord.
Now you die!
It just works, people. It just works.
You may speak.
Eno Hlalu. Less than an hour later, you hear the report your success. Well, perhaps you can join the Morag Tong. Indeed. Welcome aboard, Jerimar, to the Morag Tong. Any master of the Morag Tong can tell you what writs are available and whether you are a candidate for advancement. When you're proving yourself, I will have special duties for you. Come back when you have more experience. Well, let's take the writs. One is for Odaisha Yasalembal, and one is for Taurus Saren. Taurus Saren may be found in the Saren Manor in the Plaza of Retheran Canton here in Vivec. His family is influential. Make sure his execution is swift and honourable. You need no more instruction for this. For Odisha, the solemn writ has been issued by a noble of House Telvani for the Ashlander Odisha Yasimibal. It will be more trouble tracking him down than killing him. Take a boat from Sadrith Mora to Teleroon. Swim southwest until you reach the coast. He has built his yurt right on the coast near the end of a small peninsula. Okay. The Sanguine Enterprise. The Amulet of Sanguine Enterprise is one of the threads of the web spinner. I already have this thread. Perhaps you'll find the others. When you do, bring them to me. Indeed. Indeed. Well, let's head back out there. Let's head back out. We'll take the boat again to House Retheran this time. Or maybe Hlalu, and we can switch back to Retheran. Yeah. Hlalu. And that'll be Retheran just over there. That's Foreign Quarter just over there. So we can kind of get all three done while we're here. We do want to head to the Mages Guild, so we can go to Sadrith Mora, and then we can take the boat from Sadrith Mora to Teleroon, I want to say. Now, if he lives in the manor here in Retheran, it's going to be in the plaza, so let's pop up to the plaza. And his name is Taurus Saren. Taurus Saren. Retheran Treasury. Saren Manor. Here we go. Well, let's catch our breath. And this is how we do it. That's Arn's Saren. That's Tanasi Seren? Or a Seren.
What now?
Beautiful. And let's just get out of here. We are going to go over to the foreign quarter now. Feels good to get the job done nice and quickly, man, you know? What being a professional is all about. Poor Taurus. Maybe I should have checked his corpse, but you know, I think maybe he has like a glass dagger or something. It's not a fuss. It's not a fuss. Especially a character like ours is pretty much already ascended god. I'm sure it wouldn't be too difficult to take out Vivek from this position. Maybe with like a resist frost. Sorry, with like a resist shock or a resist fire scroll or something. But yeah, we got a little bit to do. We're going to stop in Balmora as well, because in Balmora, it may very well be the case that we have a job to do, to put these poisoned bitter green petals in someone's broth. I wonder as well. I wonder if we've got enough acrobatics now to do the Vivek ceiling clip. Goes like this. No, not quite. Almost there. Almost there. Here we go, Balmora.
Yes. My patience is
And
limited.
it would be nice to sell some stuff while we're here, actually. Whilst we're here, we can chat with Wayne and then make a few sales. He's just next door, of course, in the Fighters Guild. And let's just catch our breath before we speak to him. Wayne, how are you, buddy? We can sell for him this glass fire sword and these dwarven short swords. Is there anything I want to buy? I don't think he ever has anything I want to buy, unfortunately. Yeah, that's totally fine. We'll bump him up to maybe like 16k. He can handle 16k, I think. Now this is merchants have 10 times the cash as a mod, because A, shuffling goods is tedious for me. It's also tedious for you, and it also diegetically does not make any sense. Everyone's talking about how much money there is in this game and how much money the smugglers make and how much House Lali makes. And we know 100 or 200 is a pittance for people. It's 100 gold is what it costs to call out an exterminator to clear up 3 rats. It doesn't make any sense. What do you want? Stargel. Stargel, sick name there, brother. Commander Tong to the city. Have you got a rumour for us? They say someone hit the Commander Tong at the council club hard. And the guards say they're very concerned, but they're not, and they're following all leads, but somehow they don't seem very sincere. And Larius Varro, the champion that fought Mumoth, has been quoted as saying, "I swore an oath to stop corruption, but it seems the gods have seen fit to fulfill my oath for me." And you know what else is funny? Someone said they saw you talking to Larius Fellow several times recently. A coincidence? I don't think so. That's Stargel. Get off my back, man. You're thinking too much. You're thinking too much about it. They're a problem. They're a problem. They're a problem type. They just got sorted out, okay? It's just how it be. Now, we have been asked as well to deal with the fellow here. Daros Drell told me to give assassin and poison Balin Omerel. Balin Omerel. I can't say I know who that is, but it does seem like they are a member of the Morag Tong here. Galan Sedas, the Black Glove.
For the right price.
Are you Balin Omerel? Shanat
Speak your name.
and Samsi. You can train this in hand to hand. We'll love to see that. You're not Balin. No, you're Nachel. Nachel, not Rachel.
Outlander, what do you want?
Angraren, how are you? Little secret, little advice? Talk to everyone. Talk is cheap, she says. I agree. Someone this way. Through a trapped door. Ethasi Rilvain. Are you here to see what writs are open? Ah, yes, the writs for Taurus Seren. I can hand that in. Odishai. Yeah, we've given that writ to you already. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, they're going to be through here. Well, I shouldn't get expelled from the guild straight away. I've only just got here after all. let me check what his name is again. Balin Omerel. Balin Omerel. Who are you? This is Millie, the clothier. Nalcaria, the alchemist. Romeria Monothrel. Can I ask her? Oh, she's a member of House Hlalu, it looks like. The Empire has granted a new charter to do some things in mining on the island of Solstheim. Why anyone would want to go there is beyond me. Indeed. Alright. Balin Omerel, is it here? Iravel Manor. Can we chat with somebody about it? Imagine having guards stationed in your own manor. That's crazy. Are you Balin?
You talk
Buras Tiravel. So close, so close. Okay, you're not the man I'm looking for. I'm actually just looking around town. Sorry, buddy. Mysteries of Talara Part 3. That's a destruction skill. Love to see that. Anyway, we'll let ourselves out. Thank you for the hospitality. Cup of tea. Talk about the weather at 2 a.m. or whatever. This is the Hlalu Grand Council. I feel like getting our acrobatics up has really opened up the world. Now, this is the Narano Manor. They're part of the Thieves Guild questline. They're not going to have what we need.
Yes, sir.
Maybe here in the Watchtower. No, these are the guard towers. Okay. So he might be at an inn. Maybe we should ask around town.
Waiting.
Dralasa Arthren. Can we ask you about this, that, the other? We have all the regular text, but not the text I'm after. Balmora 8 plates. Once again, we are looking for Balin Omerel. Balin Omerel. Meryl Halano. How are you? He's got a rumour for us. House Retheran's in big trouble. Halalu's got all the ebony trade. Torvania grabbing land left and right. And Bowling Venom is sleeping with Falasa L3. And Garisa won't do anything about it. Ooh, spicy.
Yes, sir.
Traven Marvos. Dulnir Ralal. I am looking for someone in particular. Sugarlips, Foldurello Sadri. No, none of the people I'm looking for. And no, she doesn't have any text about him either. These rooms are for hire. Yeah, they're all locked. Okay, well he's not here at the 8 plates. That doesn't mean he's not at an inn. We can keep looking around. We have a couple of other inns here in town. We also have, I believe, the what are you? What are you upstairs? Oh, Clagius Clenler's place upstairs. Interesting. I didn't realize he had a double decker. We have this one here, the Lucky Lockup as well. Maybe we'll check the Lucky Lockup for our man. We have Cooler Mare. We have Tuna. Tuna, do you know who we're after there, buddy? Fast Eddie was complaining the other day how he was overlooked for advancement in House Telvani again. That's a shame for Fast Eddie. If you need to meet the guy, you want to look at the south wall. Indeed, maybe I shouldn't be asking at the south wall, actually. Hikim Benunius Agrodilius. He has a job for us, a shipment of sheen, it looks like. I'm not too interested in fulfilling small things like that at the moment. Sorry, buddy. Gone are our days where we've...
Anytime you're ready.
Todd Wendy.
Just don't keep me waiting.
Oh, she's a trainer. Acrobatics and shortblade. Maybe? My background. She's an agent. Cool. Alright. And that one's locked. Okay. Alrighty, alrighty. Maybe I'll go chat with these fellas up here. How are you, fellas? Tedrin Brenua.
Say what you want or go.
Dranus Dradas. Dranus Dradas. What a name. Yeah. Drillmaster and Tough of the Commander Tong. Well, I'm sorry for your people. It definitely was not me. Indeed. This is Sia's house. We've had an introduction with Sia before. Maybe we can ask her. No. She only really wants to talk about the message. Read the letter to her? You read Sia a letter and gave an amulet? Then you must have both for Sia. Oh, we've already done this with her. We've already done this with her. She doesn't have any new text. Maybe it's a slight oversight or something. Well, who are you? Kalias? He's a sleeper. Rarain Radaris. He's a sleeper, one amongst thousands. I've had a couple of chats with your kind buddy. It's not new information, I'm afraid. Karlia? Vori? What about you, Landris Bilal? He's a sleeper as well. Yes, they're interrupting my time, man. I'm trying to find this guy before the sun comes up. Fast Eddie. Eddie, I believe, are you with the Blades? Fast Eddie? No, he's with House Telvanni. I was the rising star of House Telvanni until a barely living Dratha and Gothram put a stop to my career. That's a rough one, man. Should have put him down. No, he doesn't have any information about who we're looking for. Could it be you? Balin Omarel, here we are. What are you doing? Get out of here. Who sent you here? Get away, he says. I'm here to join the Morag Tong. You belong to us already, Associate Jerimar. Okay, maybe we can ask him about a little advice. Okay, heading to the backcountry. Okay, well, we're just going to have to follow this fella, I suppose. Go Sinde's house. Dralas's house. Drain Thalas's house. Oh yeah, that's the Fighters Guild quest. Dura Grabbol's house. Maybe I just have to follow wherever he goes. He's our man for sure. Should I switch to some lighter gear actually? Maybe I should. I'm fairly heavy. I hadn't considered actually needing to sneak up on someone. And this is maybe a little bit more of a sensitive kill, right? What do we have here? Balin Omarel's house. Okay, it is locked. Let's maybe get on the roof and we'll see about when he comes home. So they said to poison his food actually. Oh, there's a trapdoor on the roof. That's convenient. I can do a lock level 50 these days. No, I can't. Okay, let me use my tower key. Aedra and daedra, the incident of Necron for illusion. Here we are, bowl, cloth sack, plates, baskets. Okay, maybe we can see if he has bitter greens and we'll replace his bitter greens. Hackletolif, treated bitter green petals. Rat meat. No. Maybe over here. A cloth sack, a basket. An urn. An urn? No. Well, if he doesn't really eat bitter greens, how am I meant to feed him bitter greens? He's also distinctly not here. I've agreed to work with this Morag Tong assassin and poison Balin Omarel. It might be easier if I could just execute him, man. What about this chest? Can't look in there. Oh, I didn't actually equip my lockpick. He has a frost mirror robe. Resist frost and reflect. That's pretty good. That's pretty good value. I have frost immunity, so it's not going to be the one I go for. Yellow glass. What about? Does he keep any snacks by the bed? No, it's just coinage. Just coinage. Hounds, a basket, resin. Did I check all the cloth? Hackalow leaf? Sultrice. Sultrice. They're both just sultrice? Yeah. Oh, Balin's cauldron. Would you like to place the poison in the pot? Yes, indeedy. Let's, I've succeeded in putting the poison in Balin O'Morell's pot. Hopefully he'll be using it soon. Indeed. Alright. Let's skip back over to the Mages Guild. And we're gonna have to go to Sadrith Mora from here next. I'm wondering if I should put my heavy armor down. Or at least to get a mix of this heavy armor down, because there's a lot. Yeah. I think I might. It'll just make our movement quite a lot faster. We don't have to put it all down. Certainly don't have to put it all down, but Caius is gone and we have the place, it's ours, so we can definitely put some of it down. A wooden chest, it's locked. You lock the chest after that's 75. Caius. He didn't clean up at all, did he? He even left like his moon sugar here. Alright. Oh, we're just gonna leave it on the ground. Leave it here in the corner. We don't need a very heavy cuirass. We don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. We'll keep the Fists of Randagolf, I think. Because they are very, very impressive. And maybe we can... do we have any other boots? Any other shoes? I mean, we're going to need shoes of some variety. But yeah, let's just keep on the ebony shoes. A couple of other blacks and things like that we can leave around. We can leave a common shirt here. Amulet of Ilianos we can leave. Amulet of Rest. We might need to carry that. Oh yeah, some limeware and stuff like that. Let's look for a sail. Carrying a little bit of extra bits and bobs around. We did stay up all night. Let's at least get a couple of hours of sleep. You wake, you hear something and sense the presence of another nearby. Fuck man, that's crazy. An ash zombie. They sent an ash zombie for me. Yeah, let's dispose of that corpse. I got a little goosebump with that turnaround. Because they don't have a face. Because you're looking, oh, who's come to visit? Who will it be? And then they don't have a face, and you're like, oh, my question isn't answered. Jesus, we are moving so much faster though. Just already, look at that. We could definitely put on a little bit of a light armor kit. We have a nice high light armor level. I don't really want to switch to light armor though, as a class. I think we're more or less just gonna go plain clothes for now. I mean, artifact level gear. Oh, my shield. A shield. It's alright, I'll sell it. It's just a basic steel shield, it's totally fine. Let's speak to Galbadir upstairs. Galbadir, how are you? Let me barter with you. Yes. She might not be able to absorb it. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. Can she sell me anything of note? Not really. Oh, she can sell me some extravagant shoes. Nah, you know what? We are going out into the field. Let's grab Salen's Vivification, cure poison. Maybe. Tenure's Hoptoad. Ooh. Jump 40 points. Slowfall kind of ruins it though. Scroll of Vitality. Ondusius is unhinging, sure. Scrolls of Healing. And Civi, sure. And we'll give her a little bit back for that. But yeah, we'll make the deal. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, we are moving very light at this stage. We'll keep our oh, I went the wrong way, man. I went the wrong way. We'll keep our repair prongs and such because we don't need to lose that much weight. Let's go to Sadrith Mora though. Here we are, and we're gonna make our way out of Sadrith Mora to the boats. Here through the shrine. Come out here, don't crash, don't crash. Let me quick save. That loaded a little bit slow for my liking. And let's make our way out of Sadrith Mori. Now we're going to make our way to the boats. He said we should head to Tel Arun to find this mark. Now it's interesting, like you get sent to Vivek, and then in Vivek you can learn about the Morag Tong, and then the Morag Tong will send you to Sadrith Mori here. I suppose that's one of the things I like about the extra little mod pack. Douglas Goodall's Affect mod pack. It gives you a lot more little breadcrumbs to these things. And I think I will probably on another character follow one of those for the Telvanni starter as well. I'll definitely like to do that. I feel like we can definitely finish the game with this one. I'm not going to die. I'm not going to let myself die, I suppose is more than thinking. I think from here we have to head to Telmora. Telmora's up the coast. Yeah, there we go. And now that we're in Telmora, I can speak to Tonus Telvanni here. And we can head back down to Tel Arun. Here we go. Yeah, beautiful. So it's a little bit of an odd position, but let's turn ourselves southwest and use our water walking. There we go. Now we should cover this ground pretty quickly, I think. I love water walking over Azura's coast. It has a really, really great vibe, like a really great, like, kind of jungle, deep basin house vibe. I don't know. I totally forgot to do an edit, actually. I told myself I was going to make an edit at some point of like Azura's Coast and put it into like a D&B mix behind it and kind of show off that it works. Now, is this what we're after? That looks like a yurt. It's a little bit hard to see, but that's definitely a yurt. Beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty. Well, we're here now. Let's approach quietly. With our ebony boots, these ebony boots do weigh 40. So our sneak level is currently 63 and our boots weigh 40. So we've got an effective sneak level of 23. It doesn't matter, obviously, because, you know, characters in this game don't move between cells. But just for the sake of roleplay, you know. Here we go. Got him. Alright, let's head back. You know, we got him. Now give us a couple more writs there, buddy. We have one for Serene Sadis. And a writ has been invoked on Serene Sadis. I assign it to you, Jerimar. She is hiding with other outlaws in Zain Terari. It's near the hut where you honorably murdered Erdeshar Yasalmabal. Mate. Come on. I'll mark the Urban Impsum camp on your map. From there, head northwest until you reach a steam pit surrounded by dead trees. Zain Terari is on the north of this pit, hidden by rocks. Okay, search well, he says. In this case, Indroso Vendu, you must not execute one, but two. Ethal Saloth and Indrosu Vendu, they're murderers, but they're also Telvanni. The Duke will do nothing. The Morag Tong is being paid well by their victims' families to execute justice. Look for them in their temporary housing in the Telvanni Plaza district in Vivek. Indeed. Alright, we'll go get that one first. Telvanni Housing Plaza here in Vivek. We can take the botswin here to the Telvanni, actually. It's a nice quick one. And the temporary housing is on the top floor. Actually, it's on the plaza. So we do have to head all the way up. The Telvanni Plaza here is great for early game characters because they do have a very big rat problem. There's, I think, maybe about a dozen rats with very good high HP in the sewers. So it's really easy to like get some nice easy levels there. Also, the enchanter in the Telvanni Underworks, the Telvanni Wasteworks, has a damaged knife, a very heavily damaged glass knife, and so you can buy it off them very, very cheap, and you can repair it and sell it back for good early game money. Ethal Saloth and Indroso Vendu. Ethal Saloth, Indrosu Vendu. Ithal Saloth in Drosu Vendu.
Hurry up before I change my mind.
In Drosu Vendu. And that's you two. No problems there, people? No problems there. Anything we need to take? Nope, we're done.
If you're here for
Got them. No problems at all. Let's take the boat here over to the foreign quarter. And we're gonna have to run that same gambit. We're gonna have to head to Balmora. Oh, not Balmora, sorry. We're gonna have to head to the Mages Guild, and then head from the Mages Guild to Sadrith Mora, and then we're gonna have to head from Sadrith Mora over to Erebin again. Probably is the easiest way to get over there, and certainly easier than taking a bus. Maybe this time I'll try and use a little bit of alteration as well. I'll use my pants. These pants, the soggy pantaloons, water walking for 15 seconds on self on use. They only have 5 total charges, but they only take two charge at my level. I think they're probably going to get cheaper soon as well as I level up through acrobatics. Through enchant. You get them through the Douglas Goodall quest pack as well. Effects. I can never remember what it's called. Sorry. Can we do it now? So say we come in here. Can we do it? Not yet. Not yet. If you clip your head on the roof here, you can kind of drift along through the clip, and you can actually click on the door to leave the Vivek Mages Guild without going down and without going all the way around and through the room and everything like that. When that lady upstairs starts standing in the door frame and standing in your way, it's a nice way to avoid her and avoid a run through. Especially if you leave your mark at the Mages Guild there. Say for example, if you're doing like Ebonheart, if you're like Imperial Cult, leaving your mark at the Mages Guild there, recall back, gets you the Mages Guild circuit. If you get the Propylons, that also gives you the Caldera circuit, the Caldera Dunmer Stronghold circuit. And from there, from Vivek Mages Guild, you have Divine Intervention to the Ebonheart cult, where the Imperial Cult quest givers are. Or Civi Intervention to the Temple cult, when you're part of the Civi Temple. There's that's relatively straightforward as well. Let's just check on the map where we need to get from here. Erebin camp. Yeah, so actually heading to Teleroon is going to be a bit of a waste of everyone's time. Holomayan's close enough actually. What we're going to do this time though is we're just going to head straight across, and I'm not going to waste my character's time waiting around on boats. When I can, this is one of like the light aspects of role playing. When you can have your character do instant travel with teleports and things like that, it is better for their time. Obviously, like you respect their time as a character. Even if, for example, traveling from Alderun to Balmora is easier for you just to click like the bus twice and go from like Alderun, click Sadanin, Saltstrider, click Balmora. Now your character's just done the full lap, right? They've sat on the bus overnight. Whereas you can just go the bus to Alderun, and then you can take the Mages Guild guide. And for them, it's like it brings it down from like a 12-hour trip or a 14-hour trip to like a 2-hour trip. So, which is, you know, obviously favourable for your character. They're not gonna. We wouldn't waste our times like that, so we shouldn't expect them to either. Water walking. Can I hit it? I've got a very high luck stat, so we can hit it a good amount of the time. Beautiful. Here we go. Telfir again. I don't think the game's going to give me any reason to come back here, actually. Not unless I get a mark for... What brings you back here? The Telvarni questline, I think. Brings you back a little bit. Oh, let me save. We've got a drag spawning in the spawning on the beach. Let's just save there in case we crash. Whoop. He's become a land drag. It's officially ESO, people. It's official. Anywho, we're heading here to the Erebin camp, so let's do it. We're traveling overnight to get it done, but we're here. Here is a steam vent near the Erebin camp. That's not the one we're after. I should first head to the Erebin camp and then go northwest until I reach a steam pit. Zane Turari is north of the steam pit, hidden from view. Okay. So we're going to go Erebin, then we're going to go steam pit, and then we're going to go... So it's north by northwest, and we can use the steam pit as a stopping point. So it's going to be hidden from view. So we're probably going to see it not from the south, but maybe from the west or the north. Ooh. This isn't Erebin. We stumbled our way in here, I suppose. We can just avoid this. We have killed Golden Saints and Ascendant Sleepers. Like, I'm not afraid of these places. It's just not very important for our character. Our character is the Executioner. They were a member of organised crime, and then they got put in jail for quite a long time, and since they've been released back to the island, they've been an asset of the Blades, waiting for their chance to break free. Caius has been recalled. The Barney Mesa asked for a month to ruminate. She said, "Come to me after many, many, many moons." And I looked at the calendar and said, "Hey, some free time." Here we are, Erebin camp. Shall we introduce ourselves? It might be worth asking about some dreams. Can we speak to the wise lady? Southeast over the Erebin camp is an old stone place called Tusenend. Yeah, that's where we send outlanders when we're tired of listening to them. Oh no. They're so sassy. She's a trainer, long-bladed athletics and block. Maybe we can chat with the wise woman. We're an Ash clan of another clan, so maybe it's allowed for us to walk in here. Do I seek your counsel? I do indeed. I warn you, be wary of Ashcan Ulath Pal and his supporters. They all hate outlanders and love nothing more than to kill them and loot them. They do not respect custom or hospitality. I think nothing of killing unarmed men, women, or children. They're bad men, bad leaders, and you should fear them. Well, actually, I came to talk about dreams. These dreams are the sendings of the Shaman Dagothur. They are evil sendings and black lies. Do not listen to these dreams, or they will drive you mad. Indeed. Alrighty. Uthal Pal. He's always in his yurt, protected by his bodyguard, Gula Khan Ahaz. I'm just a weak woman, but I'm sure you would know best. I would kill Ahaz first, the weaker of the two, and if I had secret magics or powers, I would use them to preserve me while I defended against two enemies at once. She's dropping some hints here, eh? He's not so strong or as skilled as Ashu Ahe, but whenever you see Ulath Pal, you'll also see Ahaz. Ashu Ahe is a great fighter, the most strong and experienced of the Erebin. He wears enchanted armor and boasts that none of the Erebin can defeat him, not even Ulath Pal. Indeed, indeed. Well, she didn't explicitly ask to cut a deal. Larius Varro was a little bit wishy-washy about the whole execution thing, but at least he made clear that he was asking for a favor and that he had a promise of a reward. She's kind of just stating a wish. I suppose it would be like if you stated a wish and a genie secretly heard it and kind of executed on a plan, you might feel a little bit off. So maybe we'll make the assumption that page from the history of the Empire. An unreadable page from a brief history of the Empire. The volume is unknown. Oh no! We can't tell which volume it is. If only we were more read and learned. So it's going to be here to the north. It's going to be out of sight. So maybe let's have a squiz. Can we see a cave? Let's use our beggar's nose. I'd say as I see the cave. No other entrances or exits. This is it. Alright. Zane Terrari. Can't rest here, there are enemies nearby. Okay. Well, we're going to use our amulet of rest. And we're just going to top ourselves up with a life belt as well. Here it is, the enemy. The enemy I seek. Can I rest yet? Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to rest for 1 hour. Now, give me my minus fee. Friend, give me my lucky necklace. And my black pants, thank you. Give me my bound axe. And give me my quick save in case we crash as we go in here. Alrighty, let's do it.
You in.
More. Here's one more. Let's use detect creature here. Okay, they're downstairs. We can drop in on you. We can drop in on you. Here's armor. We're just going to cleave our way through though. We can drop in on you. Drained our luck, that's not an issue. I can recover that. The trapped chest up there. Ooh. What are you hiding from me up there, buddy? Let's also use our sorry, that was bound battle axe. Let's also use our detect creature and just see if we can see what we can see as well. Couple of trapped chests here. That one's untrapped now. And you 2 damage fatigue. That's okay. How long is this drain luck gonna last? Not too long. And it's also not too bad. It's almost gone already. Silver longsword, that can stay. What do you got it? A little bit of cash. Not a worry. Not a worry. Anything on your body there, bud? A little bit of cash. And what about you? A Dwemer short sword, you can keep it. A little bit of cash? I'll take a little bit of cash. Sure, no worries. There's a shield if I want one back. Scroll of healing, thank you. Potions of Night Eye, that reminds me. Oh, here we go. Some gems, some flin. They're worth everyone's time, aren't they? Blind ring, exclusive restore willpower. Some skooma. Nah, we don't need to trade moon sugar at this point in time. It's not worth the hassle. Bit more cash. Can we get this one? We can. Bit more cash. Now, we're never going to come back here, so let's at least just have a little bit of a squiz if there's anything else of note. We have more moon sugar, a balm amulet, that can stay. We have a belt of fortitude, that can stay. We have a steel tower shield, that can stay. Some hackler leaf, some bits and bobs. Now, what do you got? That's it. That's it. Indeed. Let's recall.
Wealth beyond
Eno?
measure, Outlander.
You know, mate, it is done. I want a few more writs. I have a writ for Serene Sadas. Oh yeah, these were the guys that we're after. Beautiful. In Drosu Vendu, the Moritong executes justice on murderers when the law cannot or will not. Indeed. There are 2 outstanding writs, one for Guril Rathan and one for Galassa Uvain. Guril Ratharan may be found in the Flowers of Gold Corner Club in the Retheran Canton Wasteworks. His family is influential in House Retheran, and this may have consequences, but the writ is genuine and honourable, and so must be executed. And this writ is for Galassa Uvain, who has offended the Retheran Lord. She may be found at the Hlalu Treasury in the Wasteworks of the Hlalu Canton. Go, indeed. Let's just check our advancement. Well, we're good. Does he have any special duties for us? The Dark Brotherhood is operating here in Morrowind. I want you to contact them. The Dark Brotherhood rebelled against the Morag Tong many years ago. Since then, they've become our enemy, and I want you to speak with Moongay, a Marin's Dagon cultist who has an enchantment shop in the lower wasteworks of the Foreign Quarter. I believe he knows of a contact in the Dark Brotherhood. When you have taken a name from him, bring that name to me. There we go. We can get that done. And also, I would like to also drop in this fella and just remind him that the job is done.
What do you need?
The sensitive matters. Mafala wishes to speak to you directly. It's a great honor for you. Approach her altar.
You have done well, mortal. There are some things that must be done to preserve the order, and it will be amusing for me when this business comes to light. I look forward to it. Take this ring, mortal. Through the brightest day, it will carry you with speed and stealth. Leave me now.
Alright. She gave us the Ring of the Khajiit. Cast when used, invisible for 30 seconds, fortify speed, 10 to 20 points for 30 seconds. Alright, yeah, that's really quite good. Let's put that on a quick bar. I think maybe we put that over the life belt actually, because we are a very far way away from 10 health points at this point in time. The Ring of the Khajiit. So what's that look like if we're wearing this and the Mentor's ring? Yeah, we also got Caius's ring, Fortify Luck and Fortify Security. We'll keep that in our back pocket. A couple of other little bits and bobs as well. Beautiful. Alright. So we've got a little bit to do here with something in the Retheran, Flowers of Gold, something in the Tovani, in the Halalu treasury, and something in the foreign quarter as well. So this is how Vivek very often looks when you start getting sent around all of Vivek. Here we go. Let's just quick save up there as well. So we're currently in the Arena Canton, heading west, which means that this is the Retheran Canton. Can I make it down? Heading east, rather, east. So we do have a job here. Let's just confirm. No, it's Telvanni. Of course, it's Telvanni. Lalu, Retheran, Arena, Telvanni from east to west. When you come from the foreign quarter, you can't tell because you're looking to the south. Damn it. Anywho. Not a long fix. To be correct. Here we are, Retheran Canton. Let's go. Here in the Wasteworks, we are looking for... Here we are, the Flowers of Gold. Oh, Flowers of Gold, over here. Yeah, beautiful. Now with you, Sir Rossi Retherbar, how are you? I'd like to buy a bed, please. And I'll also maybe like to do a little bit of trading. We can sell her a little bit of stuff. That's no worries. Fortify health, fortify, restore willpower, some Flynn. I'm carrying a lot of extra potions which are not particularly relevant. Okay, I'll keep fire resistance on me though, you never know. You never know when you'll need it. I'll keep those ones. Magical resistance. I'll keep magical resistance, sure. Restore fatigue, restore health, Telvanni bug musk. We can sell some ash salts. We can definitely sell some quam eggs and some trauma root at this point. I might keep one of each in case we need to deal with Nashlander. 10 frostfall. Well, we're barely a couple of days in. Now, Galassa Uvain? No, Goril Rethurin. That's Talus Durell. How are you, buddy? It's got a rumour for us. Elvil Vedron in Saran is claiming to be the incarnate. So far the temple hasn't said anything about it. Well, they're not worried because I'm here. You know, we all know a bit too much. There might be someone downstairs. Indeed. Goril Retharin, how are you? And Rothus Nathan. Yeah. Let's sit down and rest up for an hour. We do have the cover of a room here. And let's get this job done though.
What, Outlander?
The Glove of Sanguine Horny Fist. Fortify hand to hand. Indeed. Indeed, you can have the rest of that. We'll pick that up for the threads of the web slinger? The threads of the web spinner. What's it called? And over here at the Halalu Canton as well. Let's go. Halalu Wasteworks. The treasury should be over here on the right, I think. Indeed. Now in here we are looking for Galassa Uvain.
What,
Guerre? Galassa?
Spit it out or hit the road.
We still had the same summon. There you go. Let's get out of here. Now it's an honourable writ, but they still draw some attention. Indeed. We'll hold all of our writs in case we do ever need to present them to the ordinators. Yeah, let's pop on down. And we're going to head to the foreign quarter. And we're going to speak to this guy, Argonian as well, Hulgay. Now, I believe he might ask a favour of us, because he's the enchanter in Vivek that's trying to deal with an unseemly sort of patron, an actor. And, I believe it involves speaking to Caius Curio of House Lalu. Yeah, this guy, Marcel Moradrad. Moongay, how are you, buddy? Let's just catch our breath.
Is new.
It is indeed. Well, buddy, I want to get you on side. Let's have a bit of a chat. I want to ask about the Dark Brotherhood. You don't act like a guard, so I'll tell you. My contact in the Dark Brotherhood is Sarazamia Khajiit. She's in the plaza here in the foreign quarter. Tell her I sent you, indeed. She's upstairs. I am not interested in talking to her, though. I am interested in giving that information to Ino Halalu. Were you able to contact the Dark Brotherhood? Yes. Sazami is an agent of the Dark Brotherhood. You've done well. I will send agents to question her. We also found this. The Glove of the Sanguine Horny Fist. You can have it. So the threads return to us one by one. Over the years, the threads of the web spinner have found their way into the hands of our enemies. By Mephalah's subtle manipulations, all of these threads shall return to us. Hrodrus has this belt. She is a Nor, the sorceress, the member of the Dark Brotherhood. Find her in Pelagiad at the halfway inn and return that belt to me. That sounds fine. That sounds very, very fine. Many years ago, Black Hand's Mephalah made a deal with Sanguine for 27 tokens she could give to her devoted followers. The Dark Brotherhood stole these tokens from us, but Mephalah has arranged for them to return to Vardenfell one by one. I want you to bring me one of these tokens, the Belt of Sanguine Fleetness. Yes. Now we do have some writs here as well. Let's return the writs. Galasso Uvain and Guril Ratharan. And we can grab some more writs. There's an outstanding writ on Mavon Dranim and a new writ on Tireb Belvain. About Mavon, this writ is for an honourable execution of Mavon Dranim. She may be found in the Telvanni Tower in the plaza of the Telvanni Compound in Vivek. Mephalah, guide your hand. Ooh, that one could be a bit dicey. And what about Tireb Belvain? It's an honorary execution of Tireb Belvain. He may be found in Shara. On the southwest coast of Shea Gorad, go to Dagonfell and follow the road south past the Dwem of Ruins, and west until a branch heads southwest of the coast. Follow the road south past the Dwem of Ruins and west until a branch heads southwest of the coast. Shara is to the south. Oh, okay. Well, that's a big adventure. That's a lot of adventuring. I am thinking, guys, it's getting up to 2:30 here, and I've been streaming for about, what are we looking at there? Almost 2.5 hours. It's a bit of a short one as far as I'm concerned. I know I did just jump on excited to play this character again after work, and certainly, unfortunately, today can't spend the whole day. Let's save it there. A bit of a roundup for where the character's at. Level 36, Nord Jerimar Ulfricsson. The class is Executioner. And we're majoring in our axe and our conjuration, and you would have seen it in action there today. We are an executioner. We're going to summon that axe out of nowhere, and we're going to head straight in and get the job done. And we've also got our heavy armor and our athletics and acrobatics to support that heavy armor. And because we're doing a lot of traveling right now, I've actually left it on the ground. Maybe I should in next episode go around and buy some spells for bound items. Actually, that could be the go. Bound Cuirass, bound Greaves, bound Shoulders, and that way I can use those spells before I go into combat. Bound Helm, of course, naturally. Bound Shield as well. Not bound Shield. We have a two-handed battle axe, but yeah, very, very happy to see some acrobatics levels here. We can actually at this stage, I believe, with the Fists of Randagolf, because our strength is 125 before the fists, after the fists, I think we actually have 100 strength at this stage, naturally. So there is a trainer in the arena complex if we have like a character reason to go and introduce ourselves, but I think we really don't. The Morag Tong operates in secret underneath the arena, but there is a trainer in there for 100 acrobatics, and that could be a worthwhile way just to bump our level up as well. For now, though, I'm very, very happy with how the character's going. Security is falling behind, obviously, because we're not a member of the Thieves Guild. Husinde is how you would normally raise your security. We did pick up Caius's ring, though, so he left that for us, which buffs our security as well. And you can see how just having a very, very high weapon skill, this axe being a high level, just almost guarantees we're always going to hit these enemies. With a full swing, it's 80, and with our strength score, it's even higher. So what is this, 125 minus 50? It's an extra 75 percentage points on our 80. 7 by 8, 56, plus 4, 60. So we're dealing 140 damage in that axe swing. It's really, really, really substantial. I think I will remember that before we head out here. Sheagorad is a fairly dangerous place. It would absolutely be worthwhile to have bound cuirass, bound greaves, bound shoulders, bound helm. So I think next episode we'll have a bit of a hunt around the Mages Guild, talk to some conjurers, and find those. And maybe we could even spell make something, a full kit, spell make a full kit, or we have some grand soul gems. We have some grand soul gems. Wouldn't that be swell? to have a grand, to have an enchantment that gives us like the rest of our kit, ebony or bound cuirass and greaves and helm and shoulders. I'll have a think. I might have a little play with that as well. We'll find out next episode. For now, though, thank you anyone who came along for the ride. Thank you, Nyla. And anyone else who came today to chat and to hang out. I did see the viewer numbers go up a little bit here and there, so I hope anyone who dropped by had a nice time. These all go up on YouTube as always, and so if you ever want to watch the whole VOD series from start to finish, it'll be up there. And I don't play these characters off stream at all. I do have a couple of other characters that I kind of toy around with whenever I want to play off stream, but not these ones. So from start till finish, they should always be from the character creation all the way through to when they eventually die. Although I think this one we might end up retiring. We'll find out. They're getting very, very, very strong, and I'm feeling more and more confident. Maybe too confident. Maybe I should keep it in the back of my mind that we are feeling a bit confident with him. But yes, we can still cop knockdowns. We can still cop paralysis. We're not there yet. And even after everything, even if we got our willpower up extremely high and our agility up extremely high, we could still take weakness to magicka and then damage attributes. So it's always worth remembering. Always worth remembering. Come along for the ride. Like and subscribe. Have a great day at work. Have a great evening ahead. And as always, ciao, ciao, ciao. All the best.